This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. We're here today at the PGA West Stadium course located in La Quinta, California. Frank, why is this golf course such a challenge?
There's really no bailout, Rich. You miss it left, there's trouble. Miss it right, there's trouble. If you don't get the distance right, you're going to find trouble. So it really is a point-to-point golf course.
Opening tee shot here at PGA West. Nice way to begin the round. Par 4 with a split fairway and, Frank, a narrow landing area.
It is narrow indeed, Rich. This hole will certainly keep you honest, not just because of the length of the hole, 450 yards, just generally moves to the left. There's a bunker down the right side that starts about 285 yards, so you've got to be aware of that. Even the long hitters, they don't really want to hit it too far past that, just set it up there on that nice little plateau. From there on in, you can see what's in front. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it is not looking like a good lie. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. Well, this one should be safely on deck here.
Rich, that was some shot out of the rough. I really didn't think he could even get that on the green.
Well, just to get it on the green, as you say, I think is a big win.
Second shot.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster. Instead, actually a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another. Well, from in trouble, Rich, at least he's back in play.
On the fairway from the rough. Down, little Sheba, down! Frankie has to be scratching his head as he reaches for a sand wedge or a gap wedge for his next shot.
Well, you know, the FedEx Cup, Rich. I mean, you're meant to get there by 10:30 tomorrow. That thing's still going.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Locked in on the read and the speed. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. A birdie putt for Keegan Bradley. One under early in the round. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So with that, 1 over par. To the second hole now, par 4, only 371 yards. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's really a layup hole here. No need to hit driver down there. The biggest bunker in the distance there is about 300 yards. You have to avoid that. Nothing wrong with hitting an iron or even a hybrid off this. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, this TPC Stadium course in La Quinta, California has quite a history, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Every style of golf, age group, whether it's someone trying to get their tour card at the tour school, skins games played here from 1986 to 1991, even the PGA Club Professional Championship, they've all come and played here. It's so good to see it on the back on the rotation. But I've got to say, the one thing, and I was there, in 2000, it was the PGA Tour Q School. It was won by Stephen Allen, who was an Australian player. But the worst thing I've ever seen on a golf course happened on Alcatraz, 17th hole there. Joe Daly, who was looking like he was going to make his PGA Tour card, had a putt of about 3 feet. And I think he was playing with Craig Perks, who went on to win the Players' Championship. Joe Daly hits this putt, it hits the back of the hole, the liner in the hole, and popped out on the front lip. Never saw that before. It was amazing. And as luck would have it, Joe Daly missed his tour card by 1 shot.
That was as cruel a twist as I have ever seen in golf. Now getting ready for the approach shot here at hole number 2. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Right off the edge.
Just a fraction softer, then it might have just turned in.
Bradley with a birdie opportunity.
-2 early in the round. Just a couple of feet.
So into red figures at 1 under.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, players had hybrids, some had irons out off the tee on that short par 4 second. Time to get the big stick out here on the third.
It certainly is. The third hole you play here, 3 totally different looks off the tee. This hole appears straightish off the tee, but well bunkered down the left, which makes you push that tee shot a little to the right.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up.
This has no chance of finding the fairway. This is turning left.
Slight miss, and they'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Remember, out of the rough, expect the ball to jump forward a little bit. Good recovery shot. Couldn't make the green, but at least he's back in play.
Played the smart shot right there. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Frank, what's the best way to get at this hole location here at number 3?
If there's a desired shot pattern, it's a little draw off the tee and a little draw in. And the reason why, if you look at the shape of that green, it's on a 45-degree angle to the left. So it really does suit a shot coming in from the right.
Okay, good shot on the dance floor. Frank, out of the rough, best to swing a little bit easier or get after it with all you have?
Well, a little bit in between. Obviously, it's going to require a little bit of strength to make sure that club keeps going through, but it's still the planning of the shot. Once again, check short. Is there anything I have to carry? And even remember, there's always the option of just simply pitching the ball down the fairway and taking your medicine.
So 2 under early on. These putts keep the round together. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Stays at 1 under with that par. You're running a little hot right now. Cool down just a little bit. Now to the 4th, 192 yards and a pretty tough hole location here today. Wow, way to the right here.
And there's rough over there.
In the thick stuff.
Thick, it's brittle out there.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Now the 2011 PGA champion Keegan Bradley on the approach shot. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
If you hit enough shots, every now and again, one's going to go in.
Crazy, crazy game. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. To surrender, only one shot. That takes him to 1 under on the day. Starting to climb back at +2. Well, here we are at the first par 5 of the day, the 5th, 535 yards. Frank, break it down.
It's called double trouble. Reason why, there's the lake on the tee shot on the left side, and then he's reversed it up there on the second shot. He put the lake on the right. Hazard.
Maybe wet. Frank, they threw him a life vest. He's back on dry land.
And I hope this time he swings, he doesn't have the water wings on.
Third shot now, after the last one found the deep blue.
Yeah, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. This has to go in the hazard.
Needs to get up or it's going in. Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip side too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to two.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the third shot. NASA, we have a splashdown. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water. That was a pretty nasty lie out of the rough. He did the right thing there, Frank. Going to try to put a little air under this one with a lob wedge.
Oh, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. That's a bit offline in the rough. Good news is, was able to retrieve the golf ball.
Yeah, on dry land, and can he carry it this time, though?
So, in the water, now in position, playing his sixth shot.
Just got to act like it didn't happen.
Uh-oh, this one's going left, Frank. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. This has kind of been a disaster to this point, Frank, and he's not done yet.
Yeah, and they've added up way too quick, and almost got to take a breath and just say, okay, one step back, what can I do from here? Well, I'm going to tell you, the best thing you can do from here is make a double bogey, then wipe this hole out of your mind.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. One over for the day. Just 5 feet left. Now at 1 under for the round. That hole certainly got the best of him. Triple bogey. Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging.
Birdie try up next.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
This one looks good. Might like it. Oh, they're going to love it. What a putt. He's putting for birdie now. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Locked in on the read and the speed. Six over for the day. We're at the 7th now, 346 yards with plenty of water on that right side. How do you handle this one, Frank?
You've got to pick a target there. A lot of people think when they're laying up off the tee, and that's exactly what this hole is. You just blaze away at something down the left side. But if you're going to pick a tree, just pick the tree. Pick a branch or a leaf. Be more specific.
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Unfortunately, that ball is wet. So this will be the third shot after taking the drop with the ball going in the water.
Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough.
Yeah, that was a little overambitious.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
Stuffed it in there really close, and now just a tap in. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Oh, look out, this one is deep.
You just wave goodbye to the green as it goes over.
Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Frank, little too much club right there.
You think? I mean, that never even sniffed hitting the green.
Oh, yes, he's holed it, Frank.
Unbelievable. From that distance.
Settles in over the putt. Bradley with a birdie opportunity. In red figures at 1 under par. Clean this up with a tap. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Now we're at the 8th hole here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. 559-yard par 5. Frank, what are the options here?
A good tee shot, you can certainly reach this par 5 and 2. There's a crosswalk that comes across in that vicinity of 330 yards. That's sort of the green light area if you can get it down there. Anything short of that, it becomes very much a 3-shotter. But if you can get it close to that crosswalk that goes there, then certainly this becomes opportunity knocks. This is definitely not going down the fairway.
Well, it doesn't look good. I think it's going to be in the deep rough. No fairway here. This one in that rough.
Second shot.
Frank did the prudent thing there, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, really, you could have turned that into a disaster instead. Actually, a good chance, really, to perhaps get away with par.
Looking to keep it going here, Frank.
Yeah, another example of things just working as they should.
That one is bunker bound, it looks like. That one is in the bunker. Now from a good position in the fairway, his second shot.
Normally you'd say that's a bad tee shot, but this is a pattern, Rich.
Frank, it's a hard game to play from the high grass.
And that's where he's been more often than not today.
Now the approach shot here on this par 5 8th.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Well, Frank, you hate to miss the green on a par 5 with your third shot.
Well, they say par 5s are the easiest holes to birdie, but the hardest holes to make 4. Making a 6, though, well, that certainly sets yourself backwards. So tough up and down.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot.
Rich, with a lie like that on the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more. Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
See if Bradley can make up some ground here. This one's for birdie. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Good thing he stayed in the first cut, because just a couple of feet over, that rough is really deep. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Come on, you have to make that, don't you? Drop shot here at the 8th. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. So not his best work. He'll walk away with a bogey. Trying to get out of here with just one drop shot. This is for bogey. This to drop one shot for Henrik. Did the job right there. Frank, as we arrive here at the par 4 ninth, 452 yards, I hear players like you often say, I'm going to take it on. What do you mean by that, and how does it apply to this particular tee shot?
Well, you have options, obviously. One is to hit it down that right side, which is your best shot. The easy way is obviously to bail it out down the left side, but then you're almost giving into the hole, like you're accepting you're going to make bogey if you're lucky. So in the end, you're forced to go back to option A, which is actually to challenge the best shot you have, which is down the right side.
Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. Anything you change in your technique when a ball's sitting down a little bit?
Yeah, you put the ball back a little bit further in your stance because you're going to get a bit of grass between the ball and the club face. So you have to allow for that and keep that club moving.
He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is, just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
So this is his fourth shot after the last one found the water.
It's not all over, but right now, too, he's staring down the barrel of a very bad hole.
Frank, the tee shot was certainly challenging, and this second shot is as well.
Yeah, both the tee shot and the second shot require you to come in from that left side. The green itself angles to the right a little bit. The trouble, as we know, is all on the right side. But this is one of those holes. You can see it on the tee and on the second shot. If you ride a 4 down, you're happy.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Well, in the sand, but it has been raked nicely, looking for something positive. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game. Can't birdie them all, Rich.
And setting up here in the rough. This one just requires a little bit of focus. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This would give him the par. Good stroke right there. That's a par and stays at 1 under. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So the featured player losing a shot, the question becomes, Frank, have they lost their way?
Yeah, live by the sword, die by the sword.
So they'll tap in. Everything has gone wrong today. It just continues to be ugly. Rich Lerner pleased to be alongside Frank Nobilo for EA Sports. Back to PGA West, getting set for the back 9 and the 10th hole. It's a good-looking hole, Frank, at 416 yards.
It certainly gets your attention, just the visual there. This is one of those holes, if you've got a caddy, you say, oh, what's that carry over the bunker on that left side where the water is? He'll tell you it's like 240 yards. And then you say, well, what's it to the bunkers on the right? Well, to get past those ones on that right side, you're in the vicinity of 300 yards. This is a hole that, you know, you'll scratch your head.
Headed for the bunker? Well, he'll have to get up and down from the bunker to save his par. Not quite what he was hoping for, the tee shot in the bunker. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. This is a 150-yard shot, his second. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Early part of this second 9, a good approach shot. Now, pretty good chance for birdie. Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Ready to go now on the approach shot here at this par 4 10th. You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough.
Well, that's a little absurd, that, Rich. That shot wasn't that hard, but it's come up well short.
Didn't appear committed through impact. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Settles in over the putt.
More than a bonus on the scorecard, that. It's no snack, though.
Not what he had in mind when he stepped to the tee, but it would be just one drop shot. This for bogey. So with that, the score is now at even par. Nudge this one home, finish it up.
Well, you almost lose count at this point. Safe to say, not under par. In fact, well over par. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity. Second shot.
Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5.
Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for 11.
This is all feel with a lob wedge.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. And it looks like it's in the rough there, Frank.
It might not be as bad as it looks.
Frank, in golf, as we know, there's short grass and there's long grass. We all want to be in that short grass, but it doesn't always work out that way. So what's the most important element from the shot, from the rough?
You have to be a little bit more conservative first and foremost, because you can't guarantee a perfect strike out of the long grass. So therefore you have to look around the greens, maybe short, to the right, to the left, and realize what's involved. And also just give yourself a slightly bigger target. And the lie pretty much dictated the result. Thick rough, tough to get that all the way to the green.
Trying to muscle it out of there, but you had to be Schwarzenegger to get that one done. Ends up in the first cut, and he'll have a pretty good look at the whole location from here. Either misjudged the win or simply just pulled the wrong club, Frank.
Going to take some skill now.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
locked in on the read and the speed. That was a good run right there. Almost went in.
At least he's seen the line as it went past the hole, so just replicate that on the way back.
Keegan lining this one up for birdie. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
No one likes these. Putt for double bogey. Been a rocky round. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Still playing even for the day after the par. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
So yet another short iron shot into a par 4 here at the 12th.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Oh, I thought he had that. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Looking to make a move. This putt for birdie. Well, that wasn't a gimme, but he sure made it look easy. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Makes the putt and goes to 1 under. So a tester from 4 feet. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. And he makes it for a bogey here. Tricky par 3 here, the 13th, 214 yards.
Off the flight path again. Rich, do you think we should tell him this fairway out there?
Yeah, he's been in the rough all day long. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
In the water. Too bad. Now on to his third shot after the last one went into the water.
This has to go in the hazard.
He needs to get up or it's going. He went for the brief swim there, Frank. He's trying to stay dry now.
He is. Just trying to avoid water on the brain as well. This will take a good swing.
Third shot now after the last one found the deep blue.
Well, you can still minimize the damage here. It's only one bad shot that you got punished for. Should be safely on deck.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Oh, man.
Just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Everything has gone wrong today. Just continues to be ugly. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. That's 1 under on the day. Boy, the train went off the tracks here on this hole. This is for double bogey. Has it. Good putt right there. Frank, what's the best way to make 3 here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's 2 definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole. I'm loving that balance. That's an absolute beauty.
That one is just a little offline, and that will not end up in the fairway. Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Frank, what's the key here? Second shot at 14.
The green sits up a little bit, well protected by those bunkers there. A nice high, soft landing shot.
That will be a great look at birdie. Now the approach shot here at 14. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Wow, I thought he made that. Dropping a shot here late in the round, Frank, with that bogey at the 14th. This would give him a big momentum boost. Birdie putt for Keegan Bradley. You have to make those from that distance. That hurts. Shouldn't be a problem here. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
This to avoid a huge number. This is for bogey. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Did the job right there. Just a little tap in here. Been a rocky round. Par for McIlroy, but you're just waiting for that moment when he hits that accelerator and pulls away. Well, Frank, we are turning home. It says so on the scorecard here at 15.
It is, and once again, another example of great bunkering by Pete Dye. Bunkers on a lot of golf courses are just simply left and right, but what Pete Dye does, he lets them cut in, especially that one down the left side of the fairway. It cuts in, so it has to be avoided, and it's going to be about 280 yards to take it completely out of play. That's probably the best line, is to get it just past that last bunker on the left side.
You can see a little bit off balance on the tee, and that one is going to be in the rough. Well, he pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You'll need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
And that one rolls just into the rough.
Now you have to decide whether or not that ball's going to fly or not.
So in the first cut here, it could be worse.
Our computer gives us 23 feet, Rich.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Good swing, good shot yet again.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him. It's a cruel game.
Settles in over the putt. Ooh, almost fell, just a few inches from dropping.
Sometimes the game just isn't fair. Really. This is that awkward length. A lip out's fine as long as it doesn't happen to you.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Big Swede now with this for par. Sitting right now at 2 over par for the round. That's a par. Stays at +2. Needs this for par. -1 for the day. Now the par 5 16th, dog leg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, then all of a sudden, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
Not quite what he wanted. Tee shot is in the bunker. Headed for the bunker? That one is in the bunker.
Nice.
Looks good. Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Excellent drive right there, Frank.
Circa 310.
Frank, you know this game can just take the wind out of your sails. Tough sport.
Everybody would love to drive it down the middle of the fairway, knock it to 10 feet and make the putt. We know it's not always going to happen, but play to your strengths. You might be chipping well. You might knock the odd 30-footer in. You don't have to play perfectly to make a good score.
Out of the sand and back on the fairway.
Yeah, good shot. Just really utilized that little bit between the ears. Realized he couldn't reach the green and instead opted for fairway.
Frank, just a slight miss off the tee. He's in the fairway bunker.
Yeah, just really got to pick the right club once again. Sometimes you take a little bit more club out of the fairway bunker, choke down.
His second shot. Going with the lob wedge here. Third shot, Keegan Bradley.
This is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Digs into the bunker, getting set to play the third shot. Frank, that reminds you of maybe what, the greatest bunker player of all time? Lays the face open. He'll try to pop this one out. Slight miss, and he'll have to deal with some of the heavy grass. Just trying to make clean contact from the rough.
Rich, too much grass between ball and club face.
Paid a price with the tee ball landing in the rough. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's a birdie for McIlroy. He's just so explosive. Just a couple of feet. So he has that for bogey. I can't help but think that the double bogey back on the 13th has really taken him out of his game at this point. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Now to the signature par 3. It only plays 168 yards from the tips, but the tee sits up high and the wind can blow, and a lot can happen here. That's been the story of the day, hacking it out of the rough.
Gonna have grass stains on the shoes come the end. Rich, there's nothing worse than this. This might look all right, but in the mulch, this is a disastrous situation.
So this is not mulch or do about nothing?
Ah, I get it.
It's 180 yards now to the flagstick. Frank, this one looks like it might have a postage stamp on it. Airmail City.
Yeah, lick it. Send it. Well, that was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Well, that is a ball-striking clinic right there. Another dazzling approach shot. Pretty close. Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second. It's a big par putt now for Keegan Bradley. Almost. Wow. That's just a poor putt right there. No other way to say it. And a drop shot, a bogey at 17. But now a chance for a birdie. Well, thank you at last. A birdie. That was a long time coming, Frank.
Yeah, finally he strung some shots together. Now, if all of a sudden he can do the same on the next hole, he might just get a run going.
So with that, the score is now at even par. Just a little tap in here. Did the job right there. One great hole after another here at PGA West. The finishing hole, no exception. Frank, what can we expect here?
Great finishing hole. It's amazing. If you took the 3 bunkers we're first going to see down the right side, this would almost be a nothing hole. But because they're perfectly situated here, they really shrink up that driving area down the left side. And this is just a reward for a great swing, a great strike, a great shot.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Well, that's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Now the 2011 PGA champion, Keegan Bradley, on the approach shot. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Frank, this approach shot seems pretty straightforward. Just don't hit it left.
Yeah, it's a tough second shot. It's that visual. Once again, you've got that green that's angled to the left. But once again, like a few holes out here, you do not have to hit directly at this flag. You are allowed to move that flag mentally 15, even 20 feet to the right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Oh, yeah, he's going to love that one, Frank. Sensational effort.
Oh, just eat that up.
Keegan lining this one up for birdie.
Oh, another one goes in.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Oh, without a doubt, that will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Frank, what a day of golf out there. I mean, this is really an exciting golf course.
It is. It's so nice to see it back on the PGA Tour rotation. Great golf courses deserve to be seen, and more importantly, they deserve to be played.